doing today? I'm going to try to share out this chat here so that you can see me. And I'm not sure how to do that. So, oops, I did something here. Oh, I turned the camera off. Oh, that's interesting. We can't do that. I'm learning something new every day. So let's see. What does that? Ooh, I can share it. Okay, we're going to share it. The chat. So I'm just going to sit here and be working a little bit. I got my mom with me. Hey, Mom. Hey. My mom is, hey, Phantom Outsider. My mom, if you guys don't know, is Subi720 when they come into my chat. But I'm just sitting here. I've got a bunch of this wadded up yarn. My sister is going to, she's donating it or giving it away. So I am repurposing it because I'm going to start doing some amigurumi and do granny squares and things like that. And I thought I would just kind of sit here and see what you guys are doing while I'm doing this and chat with my mom. This won't be a really long stream, just kind of a touch and base because I can. So, Phantom, if you could sit and share this out, if you can, so that people know, because I wasn't sure if I was going to do this or not. This is very impromptu, and it took me a while to try to figure out how to set it up, because there are other people that are in the house, and I need to make sure that they're not they're not on camera, because they don't like that. For some strange reason, they don't want to involuntarily be put on a channel. You saw the memes. The neighbor's horse meme pic was dangerous. Never stand behind a horse as they could kick you, and that is absolutely right. You can, and horses are extremely skittish, so they will buck and at a leaf. So I'm actually trying to untangle some yarn here while I'm talking to you so that I can wind it up. This is my sister's yarn winder. I have one at home, but I didn't bring it. I didn't know I was going to do this, but you just kind of wind it up like that, and it makes these pretty little balls of yarn like this. And you can pull the yarn out of the center, and they're really kind of fun. So I'm trying to save money and save this yarn because who knows where it was going to end up. I already took some of it, and I wound that up that I got from them, but I'm here now, and oh, let's do more yarn. Why? Because we're insane. What can we say? And this one is pretty knotted up here. So I'm hoping that maybe one time I'll be able to do a stream outside. So that would be really, really cool. Wait, I missed that chat. Oh, cruddy poo. Your mom's cousin. I wonder if there's a way you can redo the chat. I'm learning. There's so much. Whoops, I went to no camera again. Ooh, but I don't know what that does. I'm kind of afraid to push buttons. I don't want to do that. Let's put the camera back on. There we go. Well, let me turn the camera off, and I'm going to try to see what this does. What does that do? Oh, that's a highlight. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. I don't know. So you said something about your cousin, and I don't have I usually have a phone. But yeah, I'm going to try to read them. I missed it. Your cousin something. That's all I saw of it. Hey, Penny. So I apologize that I can't comment on that chat. But I am trying to salvage some yarn. This is what it looks like. I'm trying to make it where I can, whoops, oh no. Put it in the, wind it up. That's my goal. So I'm unwinding over off camera while I am talking to you. If I can find the one spot that is knotting this, we would be good. But I can't find it. So this one is going to be slow going. And I'll only do this for so long and then it'll become, I saw a post where they used the scrap yarn and they use it for stuffing in amigurumi. And I'm thinking, how blasted genius is that? So I'm trying to salvage these because I'm going to work on some granny squares. And you don't need lots of yarn to do granny squares. So I thought, and some of these are pretty colors, and you can always use white. But I'm about ready to throw this white away. My mom is watching me do this. and she's, you can hear her, she's laughing at me, everybody. So my mom's cousin, we called her an aunt, owned a horse farm, and I as a kid went there for a week or two over summer. Her son, who was 10 years old, older than me, did something. It disappeared. That's one bad thing about being on a phone. I'm about ready. I need to move stuff so you can. I'm chaining strings for drawstring bags for shoebox ministry at the moment. Oh, cool. Okay, I'm about ready to. It's right here, Mom. Look at that. It's that spot right there. And here, hold that for me. I'm eliciting the help of my mother. If I can find the one spot, there's one something somewhere that is causing this to, it's that. So if I can figure out that, I might be able to salvage it. They fold in onto themselves, and a lot of times just having an extra hand, just having your mom here. For those, I've said it earlier, but my mom is Subi 720. Oh, it's almost there. What? Where is it? Is it caught on it? Sometimes it gets like caught in itself. Did I achieve anything in that?
I don't know.
I don't know if I've achieved anything, guys.
He composed this.
Oh, I have to be careful. It might ping on my channel. Then I won't be able to air this, but I'll air it for now. Okay, I'm giving up on this one. This one's going goodbye. We're not using this one. This one is now scraps.
It's now stuffing.
It's now stuffing. I have worked on it way too long. So this goes in the bag that is now stuffing. Put it over there for now. So I am going to, I'm going to do this yarn. This is a thicker yarn. Isn't that cool? And I take and put a knot here because I'm not going to do that in. I'm going to put a knot in it, and then I'm going to I put a little piece of tape because these are sensitive. I'm going to go see Superman at noon today. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Superman. Not everybody did. I don't know a lot of the canon of it, so I enjoyed it as a movie. I didn't think it was horrific. So we're going to reball this yarn, so it goes into this thing like that, and then I hook it here. Now the reason I put the white tab on it is because this is going to be what's called a center pull, and so sometimes you can't find the center, and that is the most annoying thing ever in the world when you're trying to find this end of a yarn to start it, and you have to pull out this big thing, and you get what's called yarn barf because it just looks like a big blob of yarn. So we're just spinning it, and it's doing this kind of cool thing here, and yeah, whoops, it went flying. Let's hook that back so it doesn't do it crazy. So yeah, it seems like the cast and performance were good, but there was two, what I called, oh, these things don't stay up here long enough for me to read it all. Um, I don't know if you were saying that some people had said that they had, you know, it had an agenda and it had all this stuff to it. I didn't see it. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was a good movie. I mean, they talk about him being an alien, but he is an alien, you know, and they didn't want him there because he's an alien, because he's, I think, more not because, you know, he's got all these superpowers. But I'm not going to talk a lot about it because I don't want to spoil it because it hasn't been out long enough. But I enjoyed it. I thought the guy that played Lex Luthor was really good. It's just evil, psychotic, a little, you know, you could see the cray-cray in his eyes, man. Oh, I don't know what the fun of, see, not knowing the movie, the canon, I don't know
I'm gonna go
what the changes were.
my bills.
Okay. Um, so, um, you know, I don't know them to be offended or to be upset. I guess some people didn't like how Lois Lane was portrayed. I don't know. Having worked in a news industry, you have to be tough as a woman. And so I didn't have a problem with her being the way she was. But like I say, I enjoyed it. So here we go. We have this is called a cake. They call these a cake. So what I'm going to do before we're done, I take this final part and I'm going to do kind of like a wraparound to kind of tighten it while it's still on here. And then I do a little tuck like that. And then I take it off, and then hopefully it'll keep it from like coming all undone. And there we go. We have a wrapped up ball of yarn that you can pull out from the center. And I've salvaged another ball of yarn. So let's see. I don't think I'm gonna keep this brown. This brown is gonna be a stuffing. Some of the stuff that they have here, they're called the projects that if not, you don't want. And you undo them. It's called frogging. And the reason they call it frogging is because you're ripping it out, and it sounds like a frog saying ribbit. So rip it, get it. And so I need to figure out how this, okay, so it looks like they were ripping it out and then they gave up. So I'm going to kind of try to find the beginning of this yarn. I don't know how they did this. This is very odd because this shouldn't be, and it's full of hair. I'm trying to figure out, find the end, but the way this was done, it makes no sense. I'm gonna have to undo this whole thing to find the yarn. That's weird. This is very weird, the way this is. So I'm just gonna, I'm trying to debate on how to do this. I think, this is so bizarre. I don't know how they did this project. Because there's no end. There's no end here. It's weird. It's weird, and I don't want to. I can see why they didn't do that. I wonder if I can pull it from this end. I don't think so. I don't think it'll work. Nope, because it's backwards. This is so weird. How did they get the yarn for this? This is bizarre. This is really, really weird. I'm going to wrap this with the hopes that it doesn't get tangled. And, but sorry if you guys commented, I missed it. Like I say, I don't have another camera, another phone to look at. I'm going to go onto my mom's phone. And I'm going to see if I can find me. Let's see if we can find YouTube. So let's look for me so I can see the chats. So we're going to, I don't want that. I don't want that. Stop it. I'm going to search for me. I'm going to look at my show. Here we go. Nope, that's not what I want. I'm live. Where's my live show? There we go. Oh, here I can look. It seems like the cast. Yeah. Hey, Max. Sorry, I just saw your chat. I've absconded my mom's phone so I can look at the chat. I just wanted to say hello to you guys. I'm working on this yarn, and this is a very odd piece that I'm working on. I don't get how they even started crocheting it or knitting it, but I don't, do you know the one characters that I don't know if I necessarily liked was, I didn't like how they portrayed his parents. I think they made him a little bit too hayseedy. Hey, Sci-Fi Mombi. That was my one thing. The one that they really bothered me. So I'm working on making yarn, saving yarn. My sister, they've gone through their yarn thing, and they had so much that some of the sticks they're not going to do anymore, and I'm re-rolling them, making them into center pull cakes. But some of this one that I'm doing now is really weird. Mom, I'm using your phone to look at the chat, so I'm just letting you know.
Absolutely.
I've absconded. There's some beautiful yarn colors here. And I took some of the really good ones home already, but there's some neat ones. I rolled up this one. This is a multi-color. That one's kind of cool. And this is one I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna say salvage. I think that one's pretty. And there's just like some bags of stuff, but there's some of them are knotted. But I want to start doing amigurumi, and I saw a post and how they use some of the spare yarn to as stuffing. Oh no, I didn't have a problem. They were good people, but I just I don't know. Dishes are being put up. That's what you're hearing. Hello, Snorter Poopus. Yes, I'm doing a stream where you're basically just looking at yarn right now.
Hello, Snorter Poopus. Hello, hello.
That's my mom. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden I forgot your name. Subi720. See, I tell you, I even forget family names. Snorter Poopa says, hello, Mom.
Yes, hello.
So I've just kind of been chilling. I've got memes put out. Hey, Mr. Angel. How are you doing today? These are going to be very impromptu streams that I'm going to do. I might do a morning stream. I might not. It just depends on the household, because sometimes people are up and moving and sometimes they're not. And I've got to be respectful of those that are not streamers. So we watched Superman last night, and that worked really well. Basically, I am saving yarn. Some of these were made into projects that people, then they decided they didn't want to do them. This one was, it looks like a start of a scarf, but the yarn, the way they did the yarn was very weird. Your hands are full of garlic, so you can't type. Well, that's okay. So I just got some, I just thought, oh, this will give me something to do while I'm talking with you. I might go outside one day and we'll do a little outside camera. But right now it's just sitting here chatting. We probably won't be real long. Now that I have the phone, it won't be so bad. I can follow along because I was missing the chat and it was making me a little sad. And Sci-Fi Mommy says good morning to you.
Oh, good morning, good morning.
Yeah, that kind of bothered me, Phantom, about the way they did the parents. But once again, I am going to be doing, no, I'm not going to be doing Anna Goromi. Silly. You're a silly. So we're just winding this, and it's making a really kind of cool thing. This is such a cool device that has been invented to wind yarn, because some yarns, they come in what's called hanks. It's dyed yarn, and you can't really use it in the way that it's sold. You have to wind it into a ball or do what this is called, which is they're really neat because you really, that's my favorite way of using yarn. So I usually redo all of my yarn. No, it's, but I'm going to tell you, sometimes you get what we call a barf, yarn barf. I guess you could call it that too. I am not spinning, I'm not spinning a yarn, Sashi. Hello, how are you doing? I could spin a yarn though. There once was a young lady who
In Spain.
in Spain, and she was afraid it would rain on the plane. Was she insane? So this is just, this was a very, like I say, normally you can find the end of the yarn and you pull it, but this was very weirdly, it was weird. That's all I can say is it was weird. I think it was because it was in the middle of a project, and I couldn't find an end anywhere, and I didn't want to pull all of the project to begin with, so I kind of did it backwards. Mr. Angel says, I do have a problem with my vampires. Vampires have a problem with me. Vampire fricassee on a stick is a delicacy. The other problem for me with the character at the end, yes, I agree with you. I don't really want to say a lot about that, but I agree with you 100% on that. I did not like that way they portrayed that character. I agree with you. I don't want to say a lot because I don't want to, ruin things. But I agree with you. I agree with you on that. But all in all, I enjoyed the movie. I really like Lex Luthor. I don't think the Superman character persona, I don't think it was bad. I did not know in the comics that they ever explained the glasses thing. But I like that, that it was, hypno. Yes, I figured you did. I figured that, Phantom. Thank you for that. I like how they described how people didn't recognize him with the glasses, because I never understood that. I'm like, how can they not recognize, Clark Kent and Superman? But, they said that they were hypno glasses, so people saw his face different. Oh, okay. I don't know if that was in the comic books or if that's something they just made up, but I thought that was kind of cool, Okay, that finally answers that for me. But I'm watching Superman the animated series now. We just started it. It was our second week last night, so we watched the first 12 episodes, and so I'm going to be very interested to see how how much of the movie is wonky. So I'll be very interested. You're wondering how one of the antagonists received in Asia Ultraman is used. That's something I was curious about myself. And I thought, well, maybe I just didn't know the character. But now that you say that, yeah. So we're slowly getting this done. I have to do it in sections. I don't want to unwind the whole thing because then I get a big knot. And that's what happened to some yarn. And it's now become scrappy. It's now become stuffing. I'm going to use it to stuff amigurumi. So okay, now we're to the point where I'm going to take this apart. And when you take apart something that you've knitted or crocheted, they call it frogging, or actually anything that you take apart, because you have to rip it. Get it? Rip it. And so they call it frogging. And basically, I'm just pulling it, and it's just coming undone. So I'm not going to, you don't have to watch me do that. Well, I guess you could, but it'd be difficult. The DC Ultraman came first, I believe, but he isn't the main character. Not well known, says Sashi. Oh. The glasses thing was used once in the comics, but was quickly dismissed. The reason it works is personal bias. No one will believe they're looking at Superman. Yeah, why would this person be Superman? Okay, so it was, but it wasn't really. Harry Cavill before Batman versus Superman stood in Times Square wearing a jacket, glasses, a Superman shirt. No one approached him. No one thought he was Superman standing under the billboard. Yeah. I can believe that. Well, I'll say partly also in New York, I'd be afraid to approach anybody because, maybe they're a little crazy and you say hi and then they hit you or something. I was in London and I didn't have a watch and I stopped someone and they looked sane. And I said, excuse me, what time is it? And I thought the lady was going to hit me. She started screaming and yelling. She was crazy. So, and like I say, she looked normal. So I don't know if I would talk to somebody who looked like that Carrie Cavill wearing a Superman shirt in the middle of Times Square with glasses. I would be a little nervous about it. I'm hoping I can get all of this on here without it falling off. It would be really a shame if I can't. Hey, Curtis Selby, thank you for the drive-by hi. I posted out on YouTube. I have the memes for today in a video, and I also did birthdays today. I talked over the memes, and I just did a little music montage with the birthdays. So if you want to get your birthday and the meme fix, you can go over there and check those out. For members only, I have all the memes up until the day before I come back. I got to work on one more section. Hopefully, I can do that here. You can check them out. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing these every day. I am going to be doing my crafting stream today. I'm looking forward to that. Isn't that? It'll not fall off because I got a bit more to do. We're going to see if this will either work or it won't. We're just going to keep going and seeing if it's going to fall off. It might fall off. Because I got quite a bit more. This is sometimes when I'll pull it off and then I'll just start doing another one and then I'll just smush them together. I think I might do that because I think it's going to fall off. So we're going to do a little tricky here that I sometimes do when the yarn's really big. I'm just going to take this, I'm going to do that, and I'm hoping that I can continue this without messing it up. We're going to see. We'll pull some of this because I got quite a bit more still to do of frogging. Ribbit, rip it, rip it. But I am going to be doing my stream at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So where everything is an hour earlier. So it's a little, I don't know if this is going to work.
Once you get it started, it will.
I think yeah. I'm afraid of, let's see, you just kind of hold that there. Let's see. Yeah, once I let me get it. Something that did not bother me was the change. The Fortress of Solitude in the movie is at the South Pole in the comics, and previously movies it was the North Pole in the sub to the polar bears. They had in the animated series there were polar bears. So I guess what is that? Snowdopoopas, where do polar bears live? North or South Pole? I think what did you say that they normally live in the North Pole? Don't pull it too much, Mom, because you're unpulling it there. We're almost done. Whoops. This is when having something just to hold it up. If your arm gets tired, just set it down.
It's doing a very strange little thing to his hair.
Oh, it's yeah, it's going to keep twisting it. Dang it.
Well, once if you ever unfasten it,
we'll see. We'll see what it does. I don't want it to roll in there. Yeah, it's going to keep twisting it and making it very, very taut. Crap. You know what? We're just going to cut it. I don't have a pair of scissors with me.
I have some.
Piece. The Arctic. Maybe they are migratory polar bears, says Sashi. Keep on spinning, keep on spinning. Yeah, we're going to just make 2 little balls of this because it's too big. That's pretty. Whatever that was going to be, that was pretty, but they didn't like it, so it's no longer. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So we're going to cut it here. And then we'll do like a little. Then we'll just wrap it.
That works.
And then we'll tie it. Just do a little tucky. Then I'm going to take and put some tape around that so we can pull it out of the center. Do a little snipper there. And there we go. Hey, Dad Man. Yeah, I thought I'd just do a little live. I'm a little live, not quite alive. These make some nice little skeins of yarn. And these are all just pretty much probably going to be thrown away.
Mm-hmm. So that you're really doing it.
So I'm saving a little bit of something, and I'll be able to use it. Like I say, I'm doing some practice. Things I'm learning how to do granny squares. I've never done granny squares, and I thought they'd be kind of fun. I bought a kit that came with everything, the yarn and everything. But I thought, I'll eventually need to do other stuff, so I'll what's the word? Recycle, reclaim, save a little bit of the planet in my own little way.
Make it pretty.
It was a morning musings ambush.
Huh.
Yeah. I can't guarantee I'm going to be live every morning because it does depend on, what's going on. But if I can, I will. I just started doing this. And I'm like, gosh, why don't I just do a live and just say hello to everybody? Because I'm really showing my face yet.
Because you felt good.
Because
I had a good breakfast.
I had a good. My mom, anything my mom makes is good, right? So I had fresh homemade hash browns. I mean, not the stuff in the boxes or frozen.
And homemade sausage.
And I am not a sausage eater, but it was good.
And fresh gathered eggs.
Yes, fresh sunny side up eggs, fresh eggs from chickens that are here. So, one thing when you do take something apart, it gets a interesting little crick in the yarn. So you have to be careful. I've got to be careful about pulling too much of it off because it does tangle and get knotted.
It's awful pretty though, that blue.
It is. I was so sad when I didn't take it last time. Really trying to, I took a whole bunch of this home already and I've reballed it. I think there was only a little bit, and I threw it away before I read about why not using it as stuffing. Yes, it was straight from the chickens behind. You are correct. And they are fine chickens too. And they also have quail, so they have quail eggs. I haven't had quail eggs
Well,
yet.
maybe this week we'll do a
my-
visit.
Yeah, maybe we go see the
Do a
go see
poultry visit.
go see the chickens. Or I could maybe not live. I could do a little short
Yeah.
or something. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
go see the chickens. They actually raise quail. They had some babies, and
From the eggs. Started them, truly.
the chickens laid the quails laid the eggs and everything. I mean, they didn't buy. I don't know if you can buy fertilized quail eggs or not, but
Yes, you can.
oh wow, you can buy almost anything, can't you?
Yeah.
So this one is done. That makes a nice little size for what was left, We're gonna wrap. Around here, this part, just number one, it holds it. And I do it before I take it off of here.
Your sister wears a shirt that says she speaks FOWL language. Foul.
Foul. Oh, foul. Oh, yes. Foul language. Yes. Okay, there we got 2 little cakes of this. So I've done these today. I've done this one. Let me move the camera just a little bit so you can see. So I've done these 2, and I've done this one. This one was already done. I don't think I'm going to take that one apart. I'm going to just take that one. But this yarn is so soft. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this one done.
This one's all rolled up.
I don't like a ball like that.
Oh,
I
you
will.
don't?
No, I'll redo that one in
Okay.
cake.
Well, this one looks like it's,
I have to look
I
at.
don't know, it's kind of not really completed.
This is a very weird yarn. This is a very weird yarn, but I'm going to take it because it's just so soft, and that might make a cool little stuffed something, or I don't know. Or I will get it home and go, I hate this. This is the most horrific yarn ever.
Donate.
I'm going to throw it away. I'm going to use it as stuffing. And hello, is name I cannot pronounce here? Did I miss him? Hello, name I cannot stick. The name I cannot pronounce. He says, stick to the instructions. Otherwise, instead of a yarn ball, you were going to get a wrecking ball. There's a Korean store near my place that sells quail eggs and soy sauce as a snack. I actually went to a Busy Bee, which is like a convenience store, and they had pickled quail eggs. You guys have pickled some quail eggs.
Yeah.
And I've saw some, and I bet soy sauce is really good. Quail eggs are very interesting. I'm going to make sure that
They're more delicious than chicken eggs.
they do say, I have read that they're better than chicken eggs, nutritionally. but they're very small.
Right. We'll take a picture of them in the pan one day.
Oh, yes. How many, whoops, how many quail eggs do you
Three.
have? How many quail, 3 quail eggs make about like an egg?
Mm-hmm. 1 egg, yeah.
This yarn is going to be a bear to do. It's going to want to not. Oh! You're not supposed to go backwards because that messes it up. There's some interesting yarns that I don't quite know what they were used, but I bet you they were bought because they felt. Well, it takes, there's about 3 quail eggs equals a regular egg. So if you have a 3-egg omelet, 9. If you do a 2-egg omelet, 6. If you have a 12-egg omelet, then you're crazy.
Which we have done.
Yeah, when you do for big groups.
Yeah. And then we take all the egg shells and dry them, wash them clean, dry them, smash them up, and use them in the garden.
Yes. Good. This is horrific. I don't know if I would. I'm going to take this yarn, but I don't know if I'm going to like it because it's very.
Yeah.
To use it is going to be interesting. I don't even know if I can get it pulled off of here. There we go. So there's another skein of yarn. We'll set them back here. These are the ones we completed. That one was not one we completed. Those are 2 that were, no, I did complete that one. Doink. So there we go. You can kind of see in the background. That's what I've done. This is something someone knitted. I am not redoing that. It's like it's done. So we're going to do this yarn. Let me see if I can.
Oh.
It's a cowl. It's a hat with a scarf. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this apart. So see if
These are wonderful in the winter.
Yeah, not where I live. This whole thing. They call it a sweater. These are the scarf is something that Sashi does not know what that is.
Oh,
A scarf. What is a scarf? Living in Malaysia.
Yeah.
I'm being a little facetious. I've never used, probably never used one.
This is so strange. Yes, you're right. This is
It's odd.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very strange.
So that's just going to go in the.
I think it's like.
I'm going to just set this aside because it's easier for me to do it this way.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Isn't it pretty yarn?
Wouldn't that be a?
I don't know what this
square?
was. I guess so, but I'm not going to keep it. I bought. I'm going to start working on granny squares, and I bought a kit. But today I'm getting shipped here. Okay, they say in the Mediterranean they have an egg recipe called shakshuka. It's eggs cooked in a tomato and bell pepper sauce.
That was
So,
yummy.
Mom, you want to pull this apart while I rewind it? A name we cannot pronounce says in Greece they wear sweaters and such things from late November to early March. Where I live, I very rarely wear. I might wear a jacket because it doesn't get really cold.
In England, they call a sweater a jacket.
A jumper.
Jumper.
Sweaters or jumpers.
Yeah.
Saw a video with a guy called Babadish. He tried pickled quail eggs from Bucky's and he did not like them. They probably were very salty. Do you want to trade? Do you want to wrap?
No.
You doing okay?
I finally got my hand at work. Right?
Yes, you have to figure it out. We are frogging everybody. See, she's taking it off of the burn, and I am wrapping it. But it's easier for me to do it behind the camera because the way I've got this set up, is quite interesting, if you may say so. Sashi says, I have scarves, but I would look at you a certain way if you wear them here. Speak. I didn't mean that you didn't know what they were. I meant that you probably never have worn one. I guess unless you've traveled to a cold country. So I'm going to show you the amount of yarn that was used, that if we just cut it off and threw it away and just use what was left.
This was a nice square.
And it was, whatever this was, they just ended up they might not have liked the feel of the yarn. So many reasons you quit doing a project. Number one, that you just forget about it.
Or it takes too long.
It might take too long, or you just have gotten to where you hate it. And I am a strong believer in, if there's something you're not enjoying, stop doing it. Especially if it's a hobby or a craft. Life is too short to be taking your spare time and there we go. Yay. Okay, so everybody, this is the amount of yarn that was in that piece. So I'm going to now roll it into a ball.
Is that a ball?
It's a cake. They're actually called cakes. Whoops, I almost reported you for abuse, name we cannot pronounce. Let's see what. Come on. I hate this sometimes. Oh, there we go. And in the mountain regions, there's no point in wearing it in Heracleon. It's time for Snortopoopas' bear nap. Good to see you, Mrs. You have a good nap, Snortopoopas.
Night-night.
Night-night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Okay, so we're going to work on this. And then we will end this cake when I'm going to move this closer now. So I'll probably finish this one, and we've been on, wow, we have 10 people watching.
Yay.
Wow, awesome. Thank you guys so much. You don't know how much that means to me. I'm sitting here playing with yarn and just chatting away with you and my mom.
I've so missed your whatever they're called.
My morning musings.
Your morning musing. I miss it. I don't know how I do, but I do miss it.
Because I used to send you a text.
Yeah.
And I need to start doing that again. I got lazy. I
get involved in the project.
Life happens. Life happens. And my 10 o'clock is their 11 o'clock. Is their, I'm sorry, 9 o'clock. It's their starting their day.
I'm right in the middle of all my chores.
Got their farm chores. They got chickens. They got,
And
house.
I have fish.
And, oh yes, they have a little pond. She has a little pond.
They're rice fish, but they're orange-white rice fish.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah, so they look like goldfish, but they're not. They'd be tiny miniature ones if they were. You've got to see them. You haven't been out to see them yet.
Okay, I think I have, but they were hidden. Because, let's see, Phantom says, number one name we cannot pronounce is like, what? And Phantom says, did you know if you find that one loose piece of fluff on Snortopoopas and pull it on it, he can be unraveled? Polar bears hate that fact. It's their biggest secret. Ooh. Ooh. But it's probably in a spot that we shouldn't touch, or we
shouldn't be pulling on anyway.
We shouldn't be pulling on anyway. That's all I'm saying. Sashi says, we do have places that generate snow indoors here. I was taken to one without knowing I was going. I was wearing sandals. My feet were cold. Yes. Yes. Now, I always wear shoes in case I get taken to one of those places. Name of says, I'm getting sweaty just watching all that yarn. It is 32 degrees Celsius here. I'm not sure what that is. It's hot. That's hot. I took one time, we had a pool, and it was wintertime, and something happened to the pump or something. So I went outside, and it wasn't really cold. It was, it was cool, but I was barefoot because I don't like wearing shoes. And I got working in there, and I almost got frostbite on my feet. My feet were totally numb. And I went to, when you're really, really cold, the one thing you do not do is put your feet in warm water, because it feels like they're being burnt.
Huh.
You use cold water.
Oh, okay.
Because it's so cold. My feet were blue and they were numb. It was so scary. 32 degrees Celsius is 89.6 degrees. That's nice weather here.
Yeah.
It's the humidity that kills us. It's the humidity. But there's a lot of heat waves here in the United States.
And floods.
And floods. Oh my gosh. Just the weather has been a little crazy here. But anyway, I got, and I didn't think about it, but I was just standing in the water, and the water was so cold that
You just lost your feeling.
I lost all feeling, because I got focused on working. And then once again, Dad Man's like, that's why I tell you to wear shoes. I'm like, it wouldn't have mattered, because I was my feet got in the water. They got all wet. It was, but yeah, it was awful, because I went to put my feet in the tub, and I turned the water on, and it was warm, and I thought I was going to die. And it's like, no, make it cold. Don't turn on the heat. Just keep it cold and let them just slowly get used to the temperature. It was crazy. But yeah, frostbite. I actually got, I got frostbite using an ice pack. I had, my shoulders were hurting, and I used an ice pack from work, and I did not realize it was broken. And I had a spot on my back. I called the nurse, and I described it. It turned black.
It was horrible.
It turned black. It hurt, and of course I'm doing what you shouldn't do. I'm poking it and everything, because that's not what you're supposed to do. And I called like a nurse hotline or something, and I explained it to him, and I said, yeah, my back was hurting. I used an ice pack, but I had a cloth over it, because they say to do that. I said, I don't know what happened. I told him, I said, it broke, it leaked. And they're like, you got frostbite. So I'm probably the only person in Florida that got frostbite from an ice pack. And they're like, don't poke at it, just leave it. And and if it put a little ointment and a very loose pad on it or something. I can't remember all what they said. But yes, I have gotten frostbite from an ice pack. So you guys be careful with those things. Sashi says, yes, my dad would say, that wouldn't have happened if you were wearing shoes all the time. Well, yeah, and that's probably true, but I will suffer. I take diabetes medicine, so I see my doctor, and I tell him, I says, I know, I go barefoot, which you're not supposed to if you have diabetes. I do not wear socks. I wear the incorrect shoes. And I do all that, and I say, I know it. I said, but this is what I'm wearing. And he just looks at me. He's like, okay. He said, but you really should wear you should wear socks and better shoes. And I'm like, okay, thank you.
I will.
I do not lie to him. I am very.
Your mother's a terrible example.
Yeah, my mom doesn't. Yeah. I learned from my mom. But I don't lie to my doctor. I mean, he's, I went to the last time, and I was like, I said, yeah, I said, my AC1 or whatever it is called,
A1C.
the A1C, I said, it's going to be horrible. I says, this past 3 months have been crazy. I've not taken my medicine. I've not eaten right. I said, so it's just going to be bad. So I know it is. So let's just, and he's just laughing, and he's like, okay. He says, well, our labs are down anyway, so let's just not do it. Let's give you another 3 more months. I'm like, okay. Cool. I said, I'll try to get my act together. But I'm very honest with him because if you lie to your doctor, right?
Well, he does help you.
And he's really, I like him because he's not one to just throw medicine at you. He's actually working to get me off of my medications, and I've already gotten off of one of them, so I'm like, yay. So I will never say his name because I don't want him to get in trouble. Because most practices they want their patients to be on medication.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of leave
They're
it at that.
pushers.
Yeah, they're legalized. Sometimes some of the stuff is crazy. I am not anti-medicine, guys. I am not anti-medicine. I just think that a lot of times they their first solution is to throw pills at you. And there was some medication it really messed up my mom. There were some medications I took that really messed me up that took me years to get back into it. So I'm very careful. I had to go on blood pressure medicine, and I sobbed. I was so upset. It took me about 3-4 months before I would take it. And then now I realize that they gave me extra stuff that they didn't do because the doctor's taken me off of one of them. I said, why did they even give it to me? And they're like, well, they like to, they feel like they need to do a blanket cover thing, and I'm like,
I think that whatever medicine they give you has a side effect, and then you have to take something for the side effect.
yeah, that's a big thing too. This one was they gave me the blood pressure, and then they gave me a water pill. And normally they don't do that all at the same time. So I was like, why did they do that? And he's like, I don't know. Maybe they were trying to just do a blanket thing. But he's like, I'd like to try to get you off of your medicine because you're trying. I'm very trying. I'm trying to eat better. I'm trying to exercise more, which I hate. Everybody, there was a little earthquake. That was my arm. Sorry. I don't know where the camera. Oh, you probably saw me. Did you see my face, guys? Did you show my face? Yep, it did. Hey, you saw me. Okay, you got a little view there, just as long as it was me, not my mom. I've shown my face before. Oh crap! What did I do here? Let me look. Let me see how did it show. Did it show a lot of my face, guys? I'm trying to get back to the chat here. Let's see. What do we do here? No, I don't want to do that. Did the video stop? Is it is the video still going, or did I stop the video? No, we're still live. I'm trying to get back to, here we go. I'm trying to find what the hell? Sorry guys, I'm trying to get my mom's phone. Oh, there we go. Hey Joseph Joestar, how are you? Here in New Jersey, current it's 82, but feels like 84.76. Sashi says it's 89.6 with 60% humidity, where he's at 11:11 p.m.
Oh my God.
He's 12 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
A name I cannot pronounce says, I used to be barefoot myself, but I hit the small toe, which is the worst pain manageable to humankind, even since I wear at least flip-flops. Sashi, over here we go barefoot all the time. We have high tolerance to stubbed toes. Phantom Outsider says, I'm part Filipino. My grandfather used to climb coconut trees barefoot.
That amazes me.
Yes, there was a little bit of sabotage. I wrecked my own stream. Yeah, Dadman got a psych evaluation when he was talking to his doctor one time when he had to stay at his mom's house. And so, he was talking about that. And yeah, they brought in the psych people.
Oh,
and he's like, what? I just want my medicine. Don't give me a psych eval. I have stubbed big toe and little toe, but every time I hear it wouldn't happen if. Yep, if you're wearing shoes. I don't care if I showed my face. It's okay. And if you haven't liked or subscribed, please do. You saw yeah, I know my face did pop up in there, but that's okay. I'm beautiful. What can I say? I'm full of shit too, man. But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, you guys talking about stubbing your toes and all that stuff. Mom, you might remember this. I was we had the house, and I was moving furniture, and the one room that had carpet in it still, and it was my craft room, so there was needles in the carpet and everything, and I was moving furniture, and I was barefoot, and there was a credenza, and I had moved it in front of the door, so it was like only 4 foot tall, so you could crawl over it. That is a thing. So I take, and I'm doing some stuff there, and all of a sudden I'm like, ah, a needle, not a pen, a needle. So it's got an eye, so there's no, it's smooth, right? Stabbed into my heel. And since there was no head on it, I couldn't pull it out. So I called my mom because Dadman was at work. And, I'm like, I can't, I'm trapped in this room, and I can't get it. And just touching it, it literally sent pain up my leg. I'm like, it was very bad acupuncture. That's all, And that piece ended. Did I? Oh, you know what? I cut it. I don't think I was supposed to cut it. Oh, well. It's a new piece. Anyway, I got a little discombobulated. I called Mom, and I said, Mom, I've got to crawl over this credenza. I've got a needle shoved into my heel. It really, really hurts. I've got to try to find a pair of pliers so I could pull it out. And I tell you, I did. And it took, you remember it, don't you? And she's like, she's going to be ill. But it was awful. Because I couldn't just grab it and pull it out. I had to walk around with it in my heel until I found some pliers. Thank God we had pliers.
We had a lot of stuff. The phone was our connection for sure.
Oh yeah, whenever I changed light fixtures, I'd call my mom before I turned it on or before I did something, because I said, well, Mom, if I'm electrocuted, call 911, which is our emergency number, and give them my address. We just laughed. I've not ever been electrocuted. I've been shot. I've gotten a spark, but I have never been electrocuted. And I've changed multiple lights and electrical sockets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I am the one that does the electrical. Oh, I think I cut that because it was at the end and I didn't want it to fall off. I think there was a reason I did that. Let's see. Yes, I think it hit something that was bad. Let's see. Joseph Joestar. Let's see. Oh, hey, Connie. Hey, Fluff Chick Productions. How are you? I might be doing a short on some quails and quail eggs. They raise quail here
too.
And rabbits. Let's see. Let me see if I've missed somebody. So hello to. You were once walking barefoot on a road in the afternoon. I had to imitate the desert lizard that keeps alternating lifting its legs because of the heat. Yes.
Oh, God. What an image that is.
I have walked on asphalt barefoot from just, I think, oh, it's not that far. Oh, yeah, it is. It's black asphalt, summer, Florida. Yeah, owie. Tar, yes. It was not good. So let's see. One of my friends back in high school, says Fandom Outsider, used to go see the school shrink frequently because he likes to mess with him, telling him about the voices in his head. A lot of yarn. Hey, Simply Steve, where's the cat at MP1 to unravel them? Yeah, well, I don't have a cat yet, but I do want to get a cat. I want to get a studio cat for my studio.
Awesome.
Oh, my mom has a cat cam that
To feed the outside cat.
they have an outside cat so that she can see when the cat eats. And there's a little baby possum that comes in and enjoys the kitty cat food
2:00.
at 2 o'clock in the morning. Cute little possum. And it is cute. So it's a possum cam.
We are.
Or some people say an opossum cam. I think when I finish this yarn, I will be done with the stream because I am going to be streaming at 1 o'clock Eastern time.
Give yourself a break.
And I usually stream for two. I'm usually here till noon. So I'd give me a break to, number one, I got to set everything up. And it's been fun. I didn't really think I could chatter for 2 hours.
I love it. I love listening to everybody. It's so nice.
Oh, and there was the road in front of Sashi's house. Yeah, I wish we didn't have, was it a paved road or was it like a dirt road? See, dirt roads don't bother me. So, I mean, they're hot, but they're not as bad as the paved. I used to live off of a dirt road, and I really like living there. It was clay. I guess it was more clay than dirt.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't hold the heat like the pavement does.
And Joseph says, once I was walking on my sister's carpet while the childminder was home, I got a massive metal tip of something in my big toe. She used to be a nurse. Oh, wow. Owie. Yeah, I have broken toes, and there's nothing they can do about broken toes.
Yeah.
The other toe, and I don't even go to the doctor now, stub my toe.
They can't do nothing anyway.
No. I went to the doctor once. I got a splinter in my hand, and it was in like this finger here, one of these, and it was so deep I couldn't get it out, and it was starting to get infected. So I went to like a Doc in the Box, and they had to the kids with me, and so they had to give me a shot. Now I'm not going to pass out with the shot, but they're not my favorite, right? And it hurt, and they had to do it into the splinter area. So it hurt, and it was so funny. The kids laughed at me because I'm like, I'm making all the noises. I'm being so childish. And but they got that splinter out. They had to dig to get it out too. So I'm glad I went before it got really infected. The infection probably would have pushed it out, and then it would have been fine. But it just freaking hurt, and it was on my right. It was on a hand. I used it a lot. Doc's name wasn't Jack, was it? Maybe. Phantom says, I visited a friend in Jacksonville, Florida in the early 80s, and some of the grass there was really sharp and scratchy, but once I saw they had a boat dock and gator shoes the whole time. Oh. Yeah, there are certain grass brands that are... Yep. They're made more for looks than for walking on. Yeah, they're really. And I agree with you with that. Our grass is weeds. If we ever put weed killer in our yard, which we never will, we would have dirt. So we don't kill the weeds because we want to have some green in our yard. I am not going to spend a lot of money on a lawn. If there's a way I could grow something that you could harvest or something in the front yard, I would, which we probably could. We don't have we don't have a governing group of little people. I can't use the word that I want to use.
I know. I thought of the word.
Little yes. Said it, Mom, and they heard it. They could cancel my channel not cancel my channel, but this show. You're not allowed to say that word because I don't know why. Even in the History Channel, you can't. Isn't that stupid?
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if it.
We'll see
if it'll happen. I've sung song. I've done music. I've done other things here too. Once I tried to check on the fuses when I had just exited the bath after a shower. I invented a new form of dancing. Yeah, the name we cannot pronounce. That's probably
Dear,
uh,
could die.
so Sashi said it was a paved road, tar and gravel. Oh my goodness. We're almost done with this one, guys. We don't have much left.
That's pretty.
It's a pretty, I like it. So there's some of the granny squares that are just like one yarn.
There's some beautiful ones in there.
I know I haven't gotten there yet. There's 3 bags of stuff I'm kind of going through. So I'll slowly go through them. Maybe this will be my morning shows. It's me winding yarn. We made a point of not going into a neighborhood that had an HOA, which is called Homeowners Association, and they're supposedly voted in people in the community, but a lot of times they're just like little Napoleons who
Dictate.
they dictate, and they're jackasses, and I'll just never. I can't say ever, because there might be a time where I don't have a choice, but I will never
Deliberately.
willingly go to a
That is getting
side.
so pretty.
It's going to be really pretty. I'm hoping I can just get, there's not much left here. I'm hoping I can
It looks like they're firmer cake than the other one.
well, when you take them off, they loosen up.
Is that what it is?
That's why I wrap it. Sometimes I've used to use paper, but I'm thinking, why don't I just take some of the tail end of the yarn and wrap around it, and then
It holds it.
the only time I would use paper, I would use the wrapper if it was a original, so that I would know the yarn content. I don't know any of the content with these. I have somehow made a knot. There we go. So, whoops. Oops. Stomach got in the way. So, here's a little knot here. I'm going to try to undo this. If this knot doesn't undo, then we're going to cut it here, and then we'll just take the rest of the stuffing. I think I'm going to. So here is this one, and I'm going to wrap it around like that. I'll pull it out, and then we'll put this, tuck this in here. So everybody, this is the yarn. Oh, did I forget? No, there it is. Okay, so there's the yarns we did today. Kind of cool.